G'day guys, God bless you. Unknown prophet Fred Watkins coming on with another word from the Father. And before I begin, let me remind you to hit the like button if you like. Don't hit it and then determine you don't like. And if you're following and have not done so, we appreciate the subscription because it simply adds to and helps us reach further. So I'm coming now with a word that I received this month on the 23rd, July the 23rd, 2025. I'm bringing it to you on July the 30th, 2025. And I termed it my creativity. As I waited on the Father because he had said he had something for me, I saw a vision of the ocean, just an expanse of ocean with the waves rolling across the surface. But as I continued to watch, I saw a school of flying fish sailing across the waves. That vision disappeared, and I was looking at a very large sea turtle swimming just under the surface. He was just swimming along slowly. That disappeared. And I was looking at a little seahorse swimming among the seaweed rising up from the bottom. That vision faded, and I was looking at a narwhal swimming slowly along. That too faded, and the Father said, "Son, going right." I never know what's coming. So I asked him, I said, "What are you showing me, Father?" He said, "Son, it's very simple. I have just shown you my handiwork. I have shown you that I can and I do create animals and sea creatures that are very unique in the way that I design them. I do this, my son, for the enjoyment of my people and also for my own pleasure. However, nothing I create is without its reason for being. The flying fish, son, don't just fly because they want to or because they enjoy it. They fly to move from one place to another with more speed. And they also take to the air to escape the predators that would kill and eat them. They don't truly fly. They launch into the air using their large fins as wings and glide. They can glide for hundreds of feet with the right conditions. But they can also always get beyond the reach of their predators. The sea turtle doesn't seem so unique. However, he is a symbol of another way that I protect my creatures. He can retract into the shell so that he is hard to be attacked by predators. His shell is his protection, and it is a good armament. And then there is the seahorse. That little creature that I created to resemble one of my land animals. He has a head that truly does resemble a horse. And he swims upright, using his tail to anchor to whatever he decides to stop on. His armor is his body formation. I created him so that no creature desires to eat him. He is simply a skeletal formation over a body, and that is his protection. And now we have the narwhal. This creature of mine is fully adapted to live in the Arctic where he spends most of his time. This is a mammal, but unique in that it has a protrusion from its head, much like the portrayed unicorn. A bone-like projection that can be used for fighting, but also for many other uses. I point this out, son, to show you and my people the creativity that I do possess. Now let's look at man. I chose to create man in my own image. Not that he specifically looks like me, but that he is like me. I created man in my image because he is of my family. He does not belong in the sea, and he is not an animal that ranges on the land, nor a bird that flies in the air. He is an image of me. That was my plan from the beginning when I started my creation. I set the universe in place, and it is still expanding. I created the world you live in and on. I set it in place, and I brought life to it in many forms. There were many that lived before man was created, and that was something I brought to an end. There was an evil that invaded even that place that I had to end. And so it says in your word about the beginning that the earth was void and without form. I had caused that to be, but it had to be removed before I could bring man to earth. Yes, you are created in my image. I am love, and I have created man with my love and to have my love. However, I also gave man the full ability to turn away from me and become something I did not create him to be. I conceive in my being what I desire to take place, and it is done. Man conceives in his being the plans for his future, and he pursues them and attempts to bring them into being just as I do. I speak life and I speak death, and it takes place. Man has the power of life and death in the tongue, not instantaneous as I do, but still in my image. I create life. Man and woman join together to create life just as I do, just in a different manner. I desire family. Man desires family unless evil enters and disrupts that desire. And because it is my desire, that is the reason the enemy seeks so strongly to destroy it. He hates whatever I love. So, son, what I have shown you and my people tonight is that I have the creativity to create whatever I desire. And I created man and woman to be exactly what I want them to be. But I did not want them to be like an animal and be moved by nature or by something that I write on their minds as with those who migrate yearly. I gave man the ability to think as I do, to reason as I do, to love as I do, and yes, to carry anger as I do. I made him so that when he decides to come to me and be a part of my family, it will not be by intuition, but through love for me. Although I have put in him a place that will never be content unless he comes as part of my family. It is there because not only is man created in my image, he is a part of me. The spirit of man that lives is the breath of life that I breathe into him, and he cannot get away from that. I speak this to you, my children, because I want you to know how much I love you and how much I desire you as a part of my family. But only if you will come in love. I want you to understand my love for you and my desire for your love, but never to feel the pressure. That's the word of God. Never come by pressure, only by love. Father's word to you, it says a lot. Look at yourself. Look at your man, woman. Look at yourself. Look at what he has created. We are awesome. Sometimes we don't like ourselves, but we are, in fact, awesome. Unknown prophet, Fred Watkins, signing off and saying, God bless.